Welcome to DreamTrophy. DreamTrophy, a legacy you can hold. The largest visual archive of stamps, coins, and currencies in world history. You will not miss a single stamp, coin, or currency from any issuing authority on Earth. We are currently developing a comprehensive visual archive of over 10,000 meticulously curated videos documenting the full breadth of stamp, coin, and currency issuance from every nation on Earth. This global project is unlike anything ever created, and your support makes it possible. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and click the bell icon to stay updated as we release new videos from the world's most complete monetary archive. With over 53 years of global philatelic and numismatic experience, DreamTrophy is more than a collection. It's a lifelong mission. This archive is the result of decades spent traveling across continents, appraising rare artifacts, and preserving the most fragile and powerful tokens of human civilization, our monetary legacy. Through stamps, coins, and currency notes, we don't just document value. We uncover the hidden stories of nations, empires, revolutions, and identities. This channel is the result of that journey. What you'll find on DreamTrophy. Each video goes beyond showing. It teaches, documents, and preserves. You'll see 8K Ultra HD close-ups of rare and historical items, professional appraisal insights including value, rarity, and condition, contextual history rooted in decades of academic research and hands-on collecting, hard-to-find issues including overprints, watermark errors, misprints, and transitional fiscal postal hybrids, rare authorities, many of which are no longer listed in modern catalogs or databases, cross-cultural storytelling linking monetary items to their political, social, and economic eras. Every video is both a visual experience and a learning tool, blending collector-grade detail with historian-level storytelling. Why this archive matters. Most stamp and coin videos online show only a surface-level glimpse, a casual collector's view. DreamTrophy is different. This is a museum-grade 8K Ultra High-Definition archive, created by a seasoned professional who has personally handled, appraised, and cataloged hundreds of thousands of monetary artifacts across 298 countries and over 11,000 territories, many of which no longer exist today. For the first time ever, many of these items, long lost to catalog history or destroyed through time, are being brought back into the public eye. Through crystal-clear visuals, detailed analysis, and expert insight. If you enjoyed content like this and would like to support our work, consider making a donation via the link in the description. Every contribution truly helps us grow and create more videos for you. To stay up to date with new content, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and click the bell icon to get notified as soon as we upload. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and Etsy for even more stamp content. It is the complete story of humanity told in metal, how coins fueled economies, built empires, advanced trade across continents, and carried the symbols of nations through wars, revolutions, and renaissances. Every region reveals a distinct legacy of artistry, technology, and cultural identity, forged in gold, silver, copper, and bronze, preserved forever in this 8K Ultra HD archive of world coins. DreamTrophy Worldwide Coin Archive, 11 regions of numismatic history. DreamTrophy, we are actively documenting the complete worldwide history of coins and stamps, cataloging every issuing authority on Earth. Soon, this same professional-grade documentation will expand to include banknotes, currencies, and paper money from all 298 countries, creating the most comprehensive philatelic and numismatic archive ever assembled. For coins, we've divided the entire world into 11 global regions, each one containing dozens, sometimes hundreds, of issuing authorities, colonies, protectorates, and lost nations. These regions capture the entire scope of human history through money. Ancient kingdoms and empires that struck the earliest coins, colonial and imperial powers that spread their currencies across continents, modern nations and territories with national identities, bullion programs, and commemoratives. By mapping the 2,000-plus year history of world coinage into these 11 regions, the DreamTrophy Archive builds the world's most complete visual catalog of coins and numismatic history. covering every authority from ancient dynasties and colonial mints to independent states and international territories. DreamTrophy Worldwide Coin Archive Introduction. Welcome to the DreamTrophy Worldwide Coin Archive, the most complete and structured framework ever designed for organizing the history of coins. This archive divides the entire world into 11 regions, and within each region coins are presented in a clear, logical sequence: ancient and early, colonial and empire, and modern nations and territories. This framework is not only a reference for advanced collectors, but also an educational roadmap for beginners who want to understand how coins evolved, why they matter, and how they connect to the history of civilization. What ancient and early means. The ancient and early layer covers the very beginning of coinage and trade currencies. These include pre-Columbian trade tokens, wampum belts, and primitive exchange systems. Early Greek, Roman, Persian, and Indian coinage. Dynastic issues from China, Japan, and Korea such as spade coins, knife money, and koban. Unusual forms of currency like Yap stone money in the Pacific or Viking trade silver in Greenland. These are the coins and objects that tell us where money began. They are historic, rare, and often considered works of art as much as they are economic tools. What colonial and empire means. Colonial and empire layer reflects the age of expansion, conquest, and cultural exchange. Here you'll find Spanish cobs and milled reels from the Americas, Ottoman and Islamic coinage across Africa and the Middle East, Portuguese and Dutch colonial issues in South America, Africa, and Asia, the British and French colonial coins in Oceania, the Caribbean, and beyond. These coins represent global empires and their economic influence. They circulated across oceans, carried gold and silver from one continent to another, and shaped the trade routes of the world. For collectors, they are a direct link to the story of exploration, colonization, and empire building. What modern nations and territories means. The modern nations and territories layer brings us into the era of independence, nationalism, and modern minting technology. This includes national coinage systems that began after independence or unification, a modern commemorative celebrating history, culture, and achievements, bullion programs such as the American Eagle, Canadian Maple Leaf, Mexican Libertad, Australian Kangaroo, and Chinese Panda, a regional and international coinage like the Euro or the CFA franc in Africa. Modern issues show the identity and pride of nations, while also providing collectors with endless variety, from circulating coins to limited edition proof sets and investment bullion. Why this framework matters. By dividing coins into these 3 historical layers across 11 regions, the DreamTrophy framework provides both clarity and depth. For beginners, it's like a guided map, from ancient tokens, colonial silver, and gold modern mint issues. You see the big picture of world coinage. For advanced collectors, it highlights rare series, historic transitions, and hidden subcategories like error coins, commemoratives, and bullion programs. For researchers and educators, it provides a visual tree map of how money evolved globally, connecting economics, culture, and history. The 11 regions of the DreamTrophy Archive. This archive covers the entire globe, organized into the following regions. 1. North America, 2. South America, 3. Europe, 4. Africa, 5. Middle East, 6. Central Asia, 7. South Asia, 8. East Asia, 9. Southeast Asia, 10. Oceania and Pacific, 11. Polar and territories. DreamTrophy Coin Master Framework, 11 regions. 1. North America, 1 of 11. Discover the full history of North American coinage, from pre-Columbian trade tokens and Viking wampum to Spanish colonial reels and modern US, Canadian, and Mexican bullion. This section highlights ancient and early, pre-Columbian tokens, wampum, Viking Greenland, rare historic coins. Colonial and empire, Spanish colonial cobs and reels, Mexico City Mint, French and British colonial coins. The modern nations, United States, 33 categories from 1792 present, Canada, Dominion, Provincial, RCM bullion, Mexico, Peso reforms, Libertads, Caribbean nations, Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, Barbados, Dominican Republic, and territories, Puerto Rico, Bermuda, Bahamas, Cayman, Greenland. Complete journey through rare U.S. coins, Canadian maple leafs, Mexican libertades, and historic Caribbean coinage. 2. South America, 2 of 11. Explore the rich numismatic legacy of South America, where ancient civilizations and colonial powers shaped modern coinage. Ancient and early, Incan gold and silver trade tokens, pre-Columbian artifacts. Colonial and Empire, Spanish colonial cobs, milled reals, Portuguese Brazil gold. Modern nations, Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Peru, Bolivia, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Uruguay, Paraguay, Guyana, Suriname. From Incan treasure to Spanish reals and modern bullion, this region showcases South America's role in global coin history. 3. Europe, 3 of 11. Europe is the heart of global numismatics, with thousands of years of coinage history. Ancient and early, Celtic tribes, Roman provincial coins. Colonial and Empire, Holy Roman Empire thalers, Habsburg Austria, Napoleonic France. Modern nations, France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Monaco, Andorra, Liechtenstein. Subcategories, pre-Euro coinage, Euro issues, commemoratives, bullion. Europe remains a treasure trove for collectors, from ancient Roman bronze coins to modern Euro commemoratives. For Africa, 4 of 11. Africa's coins reflect ancient civilizations, colonial empires, and modern independence movements. Ancient and early, Pharaonic Egypt, Ptolemaic dynasty, Carthage, Numidia, Aksumite, and Kushite kingdoms. Colonial and Empire, Ottoman, French protectorates, British West Africa, Belgian Congo. Modern nations, Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Botswana. Subcategories, CFA franc union, East African shilling, bullion issues. A mix of ancient gold derricks, colonial copper, and South African krugerrands makes African numismatics unique. 5. Middle East, 5 of 11. The birthplace of coinage and home to some of the world's earliest gold and silver coins. Ancient and early, Mesopotamian shekels, Persian derricks and drams, Nabatean coins. Colonial and Empire, Islamic caliphates, Ottoman Empire issues. Modern nations, Iran, Turkey, Israel, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Oman, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Yemen, Kuwait. Subcategories, Islamic dynasties, 20th century states, modern bullion. From Persian derricks to Ottoman silver and modern bullion dinars, the Middle East bridges ancient to modern numismatics. 6. Central Asia, 6 of 11. Crossroads of empires and the Silk Road trade hub. Ancient and early, Bactrian, Sogdian, Kushan coins. Colonial and Empire, Persian dynasties, Mongol Khanates, Russian Empire. Modern nations, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan. Subcategories, Soviet-era issues, post-Soviet commemoratives. Collectors will find rare Silk Road coins, Soviet rubles, and modern bullion issues. 7. South Asia, 7 of 11. Home to some of the world's earliest coins and rich dynastic history. Ancient and early, punch-marked Indian coins, Mauryan, Gupta, Kushan. Colonial and Empire, Mughal Empire rupees, British India coins, princely states. Modern nations, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Maldives. From ancient punch-marked silver to modern Indian rupees and bullion commemoratives, South Asia is essential for collectors. 8. East Asia, 8 of 11. One of the world's most influential numismatic regions. Ancient and early, Chinese knife and spade coins, Japanese koban, Korean dynastic issues. Colonial and Empire, Mongol Yuan dynasty, Qing dynasty, colonial Taiwan and Hong Kong. Modern nations, China, Imperial PRC Taiwan, Japan, Yen, proof sets, Korea, North and South, Mongolia, Hong Kong, Macau. From ancient Chinese cash coins to Japanese yen commemoratives and modern bullion pandas, East Asia remains a collector favorite. 9. Southeast Asia, 9 of 11. A region of diverse kingdoms and colonial histories. Ancient and early Khmer, Funan, pagan kingdoms. Colonial and Empire, French Indochina, Dutch East Indies, British Strait settlements. Modern nations, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, Myanmar, Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, Indonesia, Philippines, Timor-Leste. Southeast Asia blends ancient trade coins, colonial silver dollars, and modern commemorative sets. 10 Oceania and Pacific 10 of 11. Unique coinage traditions from Yap stone money to modern bullion. Ancient and early, Yap stone money island trade tokens. Colonial and Empire, British Australia, French Pacific, German New Guinea. Modern nations. Australia, sovereigns, decimal coins, Perth mint bullion, New Zealand, Pacific Islands, Fiji, PNG, Solomon Islands, Samoa, Tonga, Vanuatu, Palau, Tuvalu, Kiribati, Micronesia, Nauru, French and U.S. territories. Oceania's coins range from giant stone money to rare Perth mint gold and silver. 11 polar and territories 11 of 11. Specialized issues from the world's remote regions. Ancient and early, Viking exploration tokens, Arctic trade issues. Colonial and Empire, British, French, Norwegian polar claims. Modern territories, Greenland, Falkland Islands, South Georgia, South Sandwich, British Antarctic Territory, French Southern and Antarctic lands, U.S. Pacific territories. Rare and unusual territorial coinage that reflects exploration, isolation, and sovereignty claims. DreamTrophy South Asia, Part 7 of 11, from the DreamTrophy Worldwide Coin Archive. Welcome to DreamTrophy and welcome to South Asia, cradle of civilization, art, and devotion. A land where kings minted faith, where silver carried stories, and where every coin echoed the soul of a continent that reshaped the world. From the punch-marked coins of the Mauryan Empire to the golden mowers of the Mughals, from Portuguese Goa and Dutch Ceylon to the republics of India, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka, coin tells a story of empire, faith, and transformation. Every curve of calligraphy, every symbol and metal, every mark pressed by ancient dies, reflects the rhythm of trade, devotion, and cultural evolution. This is South Asia, vibrant, spiritual, and radiant in every strike. The DreamTrophy Worldwide Coin Archive, where the spirit of South Asia shines through time. From the Indus Valley to the Himalayas, from the deserts of Sind to the temples of Tamil Nadu, and from the Bengal Delta to the islands of Lanka, South Asia's coins trace more than currency. They chronicle the ideas, beliefs, and artistry that bound half the ancient world together. In this DreamTrophy Master Framework, Part 7 of 11, we explore 4 monumental layers of South Asian coinage: the ancient and classical kingdoms, the Sultanate and medieval dynasties, the Mughal and colonial empires, and the modern republics and regional nations that define the subcontinent today. Each coin is a relic of genius, tangible bridge between faith and empire, art and economy, devotion and destiny. Ancient and classical layer. The roots of South Asian coinage reach back over 2,600 years. To the punch-marked coins of the Mahajanapadas, the earliest struck currency in the Indian subcontinent. Irregular in shape yet rich in meaning, these silver pieces bore sunbursts, wheels, trees, and mountains, spiritual and civic symbols that predated royal portraits by centuries. The Mauryan Empire under Chandragupta and Ashoka transformed these early issues into a unified monetary system, a symbol of governance, prosperity, and moral duty. The precision of Mauryan coinage reflected not just economy, but the empire's belief in cosmic balance and earthly order. When Indo-Greek kings arrived after Alexander the Great, they introduced artistry that rivaled the finest European mints. Coins of Menander, Melinda, Apollodotus, and Demetrius bore realistic portraits and bilingual legends, Greek on one side, Kharosthi or Brahmi on the other. These bilingual issues became a hallmark of cultural fusion, illustrating how South Asia absorbed influences without losing identity. The Kushan Empire, centered in Bactria and northern India, produced some of the most breathtaking coins of antiquity. Gold dinars depicting deities like Shiva, Buddha, and Mitra alongside Greek inscriptions. Under Kanishk the Great, coinage became theology in metal, a celebration of divine diversity and imperial unity. Collectors treasure these coins for their artistic grace, their multilingual inscriptions, and their hybrid symbology, proof that South Asia stood at the intersection of worlds. Sultanate and medieval layer. The arrival of Islam reshaped the numismatic landscape once more. From the Delhi Sultanate in the 13th century to the regional kingdoms of Bengal, Gujarat, and the Deccan, coins became expressions of both power and faith. Silver tankas and copper jitals bore elegant Arabic inscriptions proclaiming sovereignty under divine authority. Sultans like Iltutmish, Alauddin Khilji, and Muhammad bin Tughlaq introduced reforms that standardized weights and purity. The result, a coinage system admired from Cairo to Samarkand. In Bengal and southern India, the sultanates issued distinctive regional coins that fused Arabic calligraphy with subtle hints of local script and design. Gold tankas from Bengal bore Quranic verses beside lotus motifs, the meeting of two civilizations engraved on one surface. Collectors of this era seek fully legible inscriptions, visible mint names like Delhi, Daulatabad, or Bengal, and strike clarity that preserves the elegance of Islamic calligraphy. Coin embodies the synthesis of Persian elegance and Indian innovation. Mughal and Colonial layer. Then came the Mughals, the emperors who transformed coinage into imperial art. Under Akbar the Great, coinage became an instrument of philosophy and unity. His multilingual gold and silver issues carried Persian, Arabic, and Sanskrit inscriptions, reflecting his vision of a pluralistic empire. Jahangir, the patron of art and astronomy, elevated coinage to new heights, issuing the legendary Zodiac series of gold mohurs, depicting a constellation in radiant engraving. Shah Jahan's coins, struck during the age of the Taj Mahal, captured the balance between symmetry and spirituality, rupee an echo of Mughal architecture itself. Aurangzeb, the last great Mughal, standardized the rupee design and introduced a precision of weight and purity that would influence coinage across Asia. His silver rupees became so reliable that even European merchants adopted them as trade currency. Then came the colonial age. European powers, the Portuguese, Dutch, French, and British, set up mints in Goa, Ceylon, Madras, Bombay, and Calcutta. They retained local denominations but infused them with imperial emblems. The British Indian rupee, first standardized under Queen Victoria, became one of the world's most recognized coins, a medium that linked Asia, Africa, and the Middle East through trade. Collectors today prize the artistry of Mughal mohurs, the experimental Portuguese Goa cruzados, and the elegant British India proof sets that marked the empire's height. Each coin is a witness to splendor, transition, and resistance. Modern nations layer. With independence came rebirth. South Asia entered its modern numismatic age as newly sovereign nations declared their identity through metal and design. India introduced its own coins in 1950, featuring the lion capital of Ashoka, a timeless emblem of truth and leadership. Early proof sets displayed wheat ears, gears, and maps, symbols of progress and unity. Pakistan's rupee, minted from 1948 onward, carried crescents and stars that embodied hope and faith. Sri Lanka's coinage honored both colonial memory and national pride, while Bangladesh, after its independence in 1971, issued coins that celebrated liberation and agricultural strength. Nepal and Bhutan, high in the Himalayas, continued to mint coins rich in Buddhist and Hindu symbolism, from dragons and conch shells to sacred mandalas and Sanskrit legends. Modern South Asian coins tell the story of democracy, diversity, and development, to design a dialogue between heritage and progress. Collectors focus on early independence proofs, silver commemoratives of low mintage, and thematic issues honoring peace, education, or the environment. Subcategories and trade influence. For centuries, South Asia's coinage transcended its borders. The Indian rupee became the lifeblood of the Indian Ocean trade, circulating in Arabia, East Africa, and Southeast Asia. Mints in Bombay, Calcutta, and Madras produced coins that fueled a global economy before globalization existed. Commemoratives today celebrate those same trade routes, with depictions of ships, spices, caravans, and ports that connected worlds. Themes of heritage, unity, and artistry define modern series from the royal mints of India and Pakistan. Collectors often build regional sets, tracing coins from Ashoka to Gandhi, from Menander to the Republic of India, each transition telling its own story of survival and adaptation. Regional wrap. From Taxila to Tamil Nadu, from Peshawar to Colombo, coins of South Asia are a living chronicle of human ingenuity. They record the rise of dynasties, the exchange of ideas, the spread of religions, and the artistry of craftsmen. Each coin is not just a medium of exchange, it is a work of devotion, a page in the encyclopedia of civilization. Collectors trace four grand epochs: ancient and classical, Sultanate and Mughal, Colonial and Imperial, and modern national coinage. Together, they form an unbroken continuum. From the silver punch-marked coins of 600 BC to the bimetallic commemoratives of today. Each strike carries the sound of history itself. Chisel, the die, the mark of human purpose. South Asia's numismatic legacy is both a record of power and a song of beauty, where art, faith, and freedom converge in timeless harmony. Collector's Quick Guide. To curate a distinguished South Asian collection, remember the four principles. Period. Provenance. Preservation. Purpose. Recommended references. A standard catalog of world coins. Kraus. Indian coins by K. Bose. Coins of the Mughal emperors by Stan Gorin and J.P. Goenka. The Encyclopedia of Indian Coinage by Gupta. The Coins of Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Bhutan by Michael Michener. Sikh. Mauryan punchmark silver and copper coins. Indo-Greek bilingual drams. Kushan gold dinars depicting deities and inscriptions in Bactrian script. Delhi Sultanate silver tankas with mint marks and Quranic verses. Mughal mohurs and rupees with artistic Persian calligraphy. British India proof rupees and princely state coinage. Early Republic proofs and limited mintage silver commemoratives. Prioritize clear inscriptions, strong strikes, and natural toning. Each coin's beauty lies in authenticity, in the preservation of the hand that struck it. Above all, collect with reverence and curiosity. For South Asian coins are not mere relics. They are bridges between dynasties and dreams, between belief and art, between yesterday and forever. No detail is too small. No country is left behind. No story goes untold. DreamTrophy, proof of civilization. Through stamps, coins, and currency, we preserve memory one artifact at a time. Time are being brought back into the public eye through crystal-clear visuals, detailed analysis, and expert insight. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy collecting! Who this channel is for. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a student of history, a global traveler, or someone curious about the lost empires of the world, this archive is built. DreamTrophy speaks to those who understand that stamps are more than postage, coins are more than metal, and currency notes are more than transactions. These are visual documents of civilization, etched in ink and cast in metal. What sets DreamTrophy apart? Experience. Over 50 years in the field with credentials in appraisal, valuation, preservation, and cataloging. Authenticity. Every item has been vetted, curated, and in many cases preserved by hand. Completeness. No region, no country, no issuing authority is left out. A rarity. You'll discover items here that have never before been captured in 8K video, and in some cases have never appeared on the internet at all. A global journey through money and meaning. From the engraved colonial stamps of Great Britain, to the hand-struck silver coins of ancient Africa, to the wartime banknotes of South America, each item is a time capsule, a living witness to sovereignty, rebellion, innovation, and collapse. These are the receipts of empire, the inked proclamations of new republics, and the quiet evidence of identity, carried in the pockets of millions, now held in the hands of one. You won't miss a thing. We're documenting every country in the world, no exceptions. As stated earlier, you will not miss a single stamp, coin, or currency from any issuing authority in the world. Through clear images, full-length videos, expert commentary, and professional descriptions, DreamTrophy guarantees comprehensive global coverage, all presented in the most visually immersive and historically respectful way possible. How to support and join the mission. To become part of this legacy, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a release. Like, comment, and share to help grow a global community of collectors and learners. Donate through the link in the description if you wish to support the preservation of rare historical material. Visit our website at dreamtrophy.net to explore featured collections or make a purchase. This is not just about collecting. This is about uncovering the visual proof of civilization, the systems we built, the borders we fought for, and the revolutions that redefined us. This is about documenting human memory, one artifact at a time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new content. Remember, for a limited time, subscribers who turn on notifications can receive a 10% discount on all items purchased through our channel. Click the link below to explore our collection and take advantage of this exclusive offer, dreamtrophy.net. If you'd like to support the channel and help us create more videos like this, consider donating. Every bit helps and is truly appreciated. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe, like, and hit that bell icon to stay updated on our latest uploads.